First, I'll just note, I've kind of just followed a little bit this tragedy in Louisville. It just is awful. So certainly our prayers go out to everybody involved in that, and man, hopefully that we can have the best news possible and the best resolution of that, and just know that BBN is just fully engaged in that, in best wishes for everybody there. I'm grateful for this Nicholls team. I like this team. They were actually really good last year, and I think they're going to be good again this year. Coach is doing a terrific job, and it was good for us. We had some tightness on the floor on the offensive end, but I was so proud of our guys' first half defensive performance. I thought we really focused the last several days on communicating defensively and trying to fulfill some different assignments, and I thought we did very well in the first half. Proud of Malachi Moreno. His goal is to be a 4 offensive rebound a game guy, and so he started off well. I'm really proud of D.A. Deb's going to check this, but I think it's the first time in his career he's been 6 assists, 0 turnovers, and was really good, kind of climbing back into action. I'm proud of us on the offensive glass with 15 offensive rebounds. That's where we need to live consistently. So there were some good things, and certainly a bunch of tightness, and we have a long road to keep getting better, but I'm excited about coaching this team. Let's go.
Mark, it seemed like you guys really struggled to penetrate in the first half, and then second half you come out, Ortega goes, Colin goes. There was a lot more of it. Was that an emphasis at halftime, and what was going on with the first half struggles there?
Well, all we do is work on the defensive end right now, so we're going to have to spend a little bit of time on the offensive end. I felt like we were tentative and a little tight. We had a tough time catching balls early in the game, and sometimes you're so excited about beginning this journey. This is our first step in this journey. That's going to be, we're so excited. We've been building on this for a while now, and so I think we were a little just lost in the weeds a little bit on the offensive side, and we have a talented group offensively. We'll be really good there. We just weren't great in the first half.
Mark, how much of an influence do you feel like Denzel can have given his championship experience? I mean, obviously you have talked about your experience playing, but does it feel a little different when it comes from a player?
Yeah, and Denzel's been through it, so he's still going to be in high pressure situations where things are complicated, but he just knows what it feels like and what it looks like and how he experiences, and he's kind of been in the biggest moments, and so he's been on his fair share of journeys already, and so he's going to be a real calming influence for our group for sure.
Coach, you got to watch Colin kind of have his biggest game tonight because you've been with him for so long, one of the players you've been with for the longest. What was it like just getting to watch him really show off his stuff and have such a good performance?
Yeah, I thought Colin started out the game elite defensively. I thought he made great defensive plays early in the game. And again, none of us had much of a rhythm offensively, so it was nice to see him find some comfort level on the offensive end late too.
Mark, you referenced Malachi off the top, but just for all you guys, all your debutants tonight, officially, him, Jasper, Andrea, just what'd you like about their performance? It seemed like all of them kind of flourished in their different roles.
Yeah, Jasper had a huge challenge the last couple of days. He knew, we talked about him on the defensive end. I thought he was much improved tonight. I thought, the one thing about Jasper, man, when you give him an assignment, he takes it seriously, and he came into practice on Saturday with a vengeance, just determined to guard. He was going to find a way to guard, and I thought he gave us great minutes defensively, and he's so creative offensively. He's always going to give us good stuff there. And AJ, I think just kind of working into this vibe. I thought he got a little bit better as the game went on. Malachi is. It's funny because he's already, he's only one game into a season, but he's already played 3 really big games, and he's just going to be a force to be reckoned with as he becomes more and more comfortable.
Mark, kind of a 2-part question here. One, this being the fewest points that you've allowed in any game as UK's coach. The first question being, how much does that kind of excite you about what the potential? But then secondly, knowing the levels you could go up once JQ is healthy with his rim protection.
I'm really excited about that. We held them to 15 in the first half. The all-time record at UK is 11. So we were 4 points, 2 baskets shy of that. So that was, I like it. You know, we started leaking a little bit in the second half, but I thought overall it was a 10-kill game. And you know, it's the first time I've coached a team here that's got to 10 kills in a game, so I was really proud of that. We can get so much better, and our defense going to have to carry us at some points this season, and that's okay, because that can be a real strength of ours, and that's going to be a fun piece of this game for us.
Coach, you guys are fighting the injury bug already. Denzel came back tonight. Jalen's been out. JQ's been out for extended period of time. Trent goes down tonight. Do you have an update on Trent? And how are these injuries letting you learn about players in different roles and what they can do? So kind of a two-part question.
Yeah, Trent is, you know, he one of the assistants came up to me in this, I think at the end of the first half or beginning of the second half, and said, Trent's good to go. And I was like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, Trent's the toughest dude I know. He was in a lot of pain on the floor, and he doesn't ever show that. So I went to Brandon Wells, walked down the sideline of Brandon Wells. I'm like, Brandon, is he ready to go? And he's like, yeah, we just tested him. He cut, he ran. He said he's feeling fine. And my direct quote was like, well, Trent Noah is a liar. I think I yelled it probably louder than I should have. He's just such a tough kid, so I'm glad we were able to get through the game and not have to put him back in. We got to get him healthy because he's an important part of this team. But, you know, one of the luxuries we have is we have guys, and we have guys, and we have a lot of guys that can go play and go compete. And so, you know, we have some depth that we didn't have last year. Our guys were incredible last year, but you know, we should be able to overcome some of those issues this year, handle them a little bit better.
Mark, after the Georgetown game, Mo and Otega just seemed to really take it personally, the lack of defense, the ball screen defense especially. How personally did the team collectively take that going into the weekend's practices? And how much of that, especially ball screen defense, is going to be you're going to need to get that connectivity and get these guys on the court against outside
It's really important. It's really important. It's going to determine how good we are this year. You know, it was nice. Jalen Rice, you know, kind of got a little bit of action in the second half, and so we switched up the matchup, put Otega on him, and then just blitzed every ball screen. And so it was just a out of timeout adjustment, and our guys were actually able to execute it twice. The first time ended up being a turnover out of bounds, and the second time was unbelievable blitz late by Yella to do it. So I like the fact that our guys are far enough advanced right now that we can just make simple adjustments like that in the game, and you can actually go execute them pretty well. And it's going to be important for us to be able to do that this season. It's going to be really important. But it's fun. Like, guarding is fun. Like, it's inspiring, actually. It's pretty great. You know, one of the things, we had so much frustration in the first half offensively. We were just tight and didn't feel right and no flow. And so every single time out, it's a conversation about, like, guys, this is unbelievable. Like, I'm going to make this number up, but we have 5 minutes left in the first half, and they've only scored 10 points. Like, this is incredible what you're doing. Like, we should be gathering energy from our defensive success, not in here frustrated about not feeling great on offense. That's really important, that we can go get energy from having defensive success, and that we cannot lose our energy because things are a little discombobulated offensively. It's going to be really important for this team. So I was proud of our guys. You know, it wasn't easy for them to do that, but they fought hard enough to kind of stay focused on that task at hand in the first half, which was great.
You know, change my question now. You talk about taking energy from defense. How rare is that, and how hard is that for a team to grasp that? Because, you know, everybody loves the offensive side.
Yeah, listen, it'll give us a chance to be special. If we can do it. You know, we were treading water. We were barely staying engaged because of our defensive success. If we could ever get to a point where we're just like, we don't even care if we score. We're going to stop every single time down the floor. That would be actually a really fun team to coach. And this team, I don't know if we're built exactly that way, but we might be built close. And it's a pretty fun way to play. So it could be great.
Mark, not sure how high grading dunks comes on the
Yeah.
analytics scale right now, but Colin Chandler set the bar pretty high.
It was fun, right? That was. I'm actually curious to see my reaction. Usually I can stay stone cold. I assume I did on this one, but I'm not sure. We'll see. But that was spectacular. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.